Hi everybody, this is Brian Filucin here of People for Profit. I'm just doing a very quick video on something that is very, very important to me, and that is the issue of the property tax. I think everybody who's paying property tax in Kerry has received letters stating that their property tax is going to increase by 5%. Thank you, Kerry County Councillors who voted on this, and I also want to thank the County Councils that couldn't bother showing up to vote on the day, and I'd like to thank the councillor who abstained from voting. Oh, is that why we employ councillors? I don't think so. But anyway, the issue here is that there's going to be a 5% increase in the property tax. That gives the County Council approximately 700,000 extra a year now because of this 5% increase. But the County Council executive wants to put this 700,000 into two actual employment projects. Namely, the first one is the Agri-Tech Centre of Excellence in IT Tralee, which has been in conjunction with Dairymaster, right, and IT Tralee. Great, I fully support Dairymaster. Dairymaster are a great employer in Kerry, and my hat goes off to them. But I do not believe that public money should go into private hands. Again, the second one, which is an R&D hub, or a hub to be brought that is being brought in conjunction with the IT Tralee and Fexco. Again, a good employer, a great employer in the area. Fully support them coming in and doing this, but I do not support when it cannot be guaranteed this money going into the into employment. You can't. You're not going to be guaranteed jobs. It's public money going into private hands. The public money was originally, right, the likes of this was originally being brought in, as you know, and those of you that don't know, that property tax was originally brought in for the to make up for the shortfall of public funds that was being paid into to pay the bondholders, basically, so we don't burn them. And that money which we are paying now, the property tax, is gone in to subsidise that. So what we were told first day was that money, that property tax, was to go in to pay for the likes of libraries, the likes of lighting, and the likes of, let's say, road maintenance, right? But unfortunately now it looks like the County Council executive wants to put 700,000, the extra cash of this, into, as I see it, the hands of private companies. I don't support that one bit. Public money in private hands, no. If those companies want employment and they want support, yes, that's great. But really, not being smart. If anyone's going to benefit, it's going to be them, right? So therefore, they should pay, not the Joe Public. Okay. A good example, I think, is where we see the likes of the Paradise Papers, right? You have the likes of Apple, the likes of Bono, he who cannot do no wrong, and others. And I won't mention any comedy groups at present who are also involved in tax, as I see it, avoiding tax, whether it be legally or not. I still think it's wrong. But the thing about it is, they're not paying any tax, yet you and I, taxes are for us, not for the rich and the elites. Bunkum. Reap the rewards. Yet you and I will be forced to pay for it. Again, that's not right. You have, for those that have more, should pay more. And hence, therefore, the likes of the property tax, we're paying property tax to pay off bondholders. Because we couldn't burn them. Now you see the situation now. We've got the likes of Bank of Ireland and AIB, and what are they doing? They are facilitating those who are, let's say, not paying tax, or going through the banks not to pay tax. And what happens? We're left holding the baby. And that's wrong. They pay their taxes, and maybe we would have a decent, proper system, whether it be a health system where people are no longer in trolleys, could pay for an extra few beds, a few nurses. Maybe an education system where it gives the where it gives the PAYE worker maybe a break on third level education, so that the kids can get a decent education. And that money would be very, very useful. Like Apple, as I stated earlier, what? They won't even pay the 13 billion. Actually, the government won't let them pay the 13 billion. They don't want them to. It's going to cost us 100 million just to keep that 13 billion in a separate account. Another statement is that they're saying that they can't do anything about it because they're looking for somebody who can handle that 13 billion. We're talking about the government here, supposedly. 13 billion, it should be relatively easy enough to be looking after by a state, by a country, but yet our government are saying that they need somebody with more experience in to do this. This is wrong, and it is totally, it's a fabrication. It's only done to stall. So listen, I'm going to go, and I do appreciate you watching this, and please subscribe onto my YouTube, or put a like on Facebook. And if you've got any issues you want to bring up yourself, please give it to me, because I'll be honest with you, we need to start talking. We need to start talking. We need to start getting out there. And at the end of the day, the issues that you and I are facing, the rest of the country are facing too, except for those that can afford not to, the elites. All right, talk to you soon. Take it easy. Bye.